Well, thanks for joining us today at noon. I'm Anne Marie Tiernan. I'm here in the Weather Center with meteorologist Rob Ellis, who is monitoring some storms right now, and we can see them on radar out to the west.
Yeah, most of it is just heavy downpours. We do think as we get a little warmer during the afternoon, we may see some thunder and lightning with these. And the possibility is there of severe weather, but it's on the lower side. So let's get right into it. Let's show you where those storms are located. Really, again, more heavy downpours that should be quick to move on through. You do see a heavier shield of rain back to the west, but I wanted to get in a little bit closer to some of these scattered showers and storms that are lifting to the north. Again, at the moment, I haven't seen much in the way of any lightning with these. As we add a few more degrees to the forecast, that may change, especially as we're expected to get into the upper 70s for some of you. Most of these will drift to the north. We'll see more of these redevelop. This is going to be off and on throughout the entire day. Doesn't mean it's going to rain the entire day. It just means that watch the radar, as we do expect some scatter showers and storms. The good news from that is those areas that have received some rain, it's cooled the temperatures down a bit. That tends to stabilize things a bit, and that may mitigate our severe weather threat. And really the concern for severe weather this afternoon is in the form of some gusty winds with some of these thunderstorms. If we can keep the temperatures on the cooler side, that will help to keep that chance for some stronger wind gusts down. You do see where it hasn't rained quite yet, temperatures have warmed up, and these are the areas we're actually expecting the possibility of some storms later in the afternoon. We'll keep that in through the afternoon, maybe starting to change that up as we get into the evening and lowering the severe threat, the thunderstorm threat. And then for tonight, we'll start to clear things out. This will set us up for a very nice weekend forecast. Here's a little preview. How about sunshine in mid-70s for Saturday? I'll have the second half of the weekend and another chance of those storms coming up in just a bit.
All right, Rob, thanks. We'll check back.
Yeah.
Other headlines today, questions now lingering after 3 businesses were burglarized. It happened just this morning on the northwest side. Marina Silva spent the morning there as the owners are cleaning up and trying to figure out why.
Shattered glass inside and that big rock. That's what the burglars used to get into LA Supermercado early this morning. Now, this is one of 3 businesses in this shopping center, all broken into overnight. It happened just before 4 Friday morning. Thieves stole around $600 from this grocery store. They stole another $175 from Rosas All Day Cafe and more cash from Cowboy Western Wear. These businesses, all neighbors in a shopping center on West Lane Road on Indy's north side. Rosas All Day Cafe shared this security video. It shows 2 masked people stealing money from their register. The owner told us she saw another angle of video where the 2 suspects run away across the parking lot. Sugi Rosas is the owner of Rosas All Day Cafe. She says in less than 2 years, this is the second time her business is broken into.
It's frustrating because sometimes the insurance doesn't even cover this. They probably won't even cover that. They'll probably just cover the boarding, and we have to pay for all the repairs and stuff. So, and then insurance is going to go up. Everything is overwhelming. It's something that just we have to deal with, unfortunately, until we, keep certain people out of the streets.
Rosas also says she believes that thieves specifically targeted Latino-owned businesses. We talked to IMPD about that claim. They say they do not believe that's the case, but they are investigating to see how and if these are connected to other break-ins. As Metro Police continue to investigate the overnight break-ins, these small business owners are now left figuring out why them. Reporting in Indianapolis, Marina Silva, 13 News.
A judge ordering a 3-year sentence to a man who caused a fatal 5-car chain reaction crash because he was driving while actively using his cell phone. That is the maximum under Gavin Mosley's plea deal for reckless homicide. He's pictured here in the gray shirt. He admitted that he was distracted with his phone when he caused that crash along I-465 on the northwest side. Investigators say that Mosley sent 28 messages, took 15 Snapchats as he was speeding in a construction zone, braking less than half a second before hitting the car that were stopped in traffic. He hit them at 65 miles an hour. This is the result. The high-speed impact instantly killed the passenger of this car, 61-year-old Sarah Davis. Mosley's driver's license will be suspended for 4 years as well. We have new details now about the arrest of a former bus driver for Hamilton Southeastern Schools. Terry Shore faces charges of a school bus driver consuming or possessing a controlled substance and also criminal recklessness. Police say security footage from the bus shows Shore drinking from a bottle of vodka, mixing it with orange juice, and drinking that while students were on the bus. Court documents also reveal a student took a picture of a bottle of vodka on the bus and then sent it to school officials. A school spokesperson confirmed Shore was removed from duty and no longer is employed by the school district. Students and staff now are filing a lawsuit against Martin University for a breach of contract. It's a 7-page class action lawsuit, and it comes after the university's abrupt closure at the end of last year. So this complaint claims the school failed to provide adequate educational opportunities as promised, and that led to financial loss and loss of opportunity for advanced degrees. Martin University paused operations in December of 25 and then failed to reopen the following semester. We are reaching out to the former president and also the board of trustees for comment. We'll let you know if we hear back. A nonprofit that was formed to honor Fisher's teen Haley Busby now is taking action and giving back. Haley's Army for Children Incorporated announced the Pink with Purpose Scholarship. This is for students graduating from HSE or Fisher's high schools. The scholarship awards $1,000 to 2 students for education expenses. Haley Busby went missing in January this year. Police found her body a few weeks later in Ohio. Tyler Thomas now charged in her disappearance. Construction projects now popping up all over in Indianapolis, and now we're learning there are more than 1,000 projects underway all across the state. All of this comes as National Work Zone Awareness Week wraps up. This is where we put an extra special focus on crew safety. So this is interesting. Did you see the little green lights flashing near the center there? These are some of the newest lights that crew members are wearing on their helmets. Look how bright they are. They're wearing these at night. It's part of a new initiative called Project Greenlight. 700 were handed out to INDOT crews all across the state. What's neat about these lights is they can see up to 5 miles away. Workers say the little lights give them some extra relief and help them feel a little bit more safe when they're out on the job. Still, urging drivers to be as distraction-free as possible when driving down the road and when driving in construction zones. 16 people were killed, 1,500 were injured in work zones around Indiana just last year. Some of the factors leading up to those incidents include distracted driving and speeding, and those are things that ramp up at night, according to police. Rob is here with the weather, and we are counting down to the 110th running of the Indy 500, quickly approaching, just 30 days away from the iconic race. In celebration of all things coming up for the Indy 500, IMS President Doug Bowles was in downtown today. He was on the circle, helping put the finishing touches on the Indy 500 street signs there. This is an event that brings thousands of people to our city every year, everything all about the race. And in more Indy 500 news today, One Central Indiana Racing Group is hoping to inspire a new generation of drivers. Dreyer Reinbolt Racing welcoming a group of daisies, a group of brownies, and also a group of Girl Scouts, all coming together to get a behind-the-scenes look at the legendary headquarters and also meet some Indy 500 participants, including driver Jack Harvey. This tour is part of the Girl Scouts of Central Indiana's Girls in Gear initiative. This is something that's focused on getting more girls interested in STEM and also motorsports.